Every night after her grueling shift, a dedicated young nurse named Clara Hayes slipped extra food to a quiet homeless man outside St. Mary's Medical Center. But one freezing evening, as she handed him a warm sandwich, he seized her arm with surprising strength. "Girl," he whispered, his voice gravelly and urgent, "you've kept me alive more times than I can count. Tonight, repay me by listening. Don't take your shortcut home. Circle wide through the city center. Tomorrow I'll explain." Clara had been at St. Mary's for 5 years, working triage in the chaos of the ER, then bandaging wounds in recovery. She wasn't the type to chase glory. She just did the job with steady hands and quiet compassion. Few knew her small ritual. Instead of heading straight to the subway, she always detoured to the chain-link fence where old Mr. Harlan sat on a milk crate. He never begged aggressively, just sat with his faded army coat, a cardboard sign rarely used, and eyes that had seen too much. Every shift, Clara brought him something: coffee, a burrito, yesterday's bakery leftovers. He always accepted with a soft "God bless," nothing more. That night, the city was wrapped in icy fog, streetlights smearing yellow halos on wet sidewalks. Clara was bone-tired after a brutal rush: heart attack, stabbing victim, confused elderly woman wandering barefoot. By the time she clocked out, it was nearly 11 p.m. She grabbed a steaming meat pie and cocoa from the late-night cart, then spotted Harlan in his usual place. He took the food gratefully, but when she turned to leave, his calloused fingers closed around her wrist. "Don't take the alley behind the parking lot tonight," he repeated, eyes intense. "Go the long way. Main Street, bright lights, crowds. Please." Clara's pulse spiked. "Mr. Harlan, what's going on? Tell me now." He released her. "Can't. Not yet. Just trust me this once." Uneasy, she almost ignored him. The alley cut 20 minutes off her walk home. But something in his voice, raw, certain, made her stomach twist. She boarded the downtown loop bus instead, even though it meant an extra transfer and freezing wait. At the first stop, she noticed Ryan Decker, the chatty guy from her apartment building's second floor. He was always friendly in the elevator, quick with a joke, offering to carry groceries. Tonight, he boarded behind her, even though his usual route was the opposite direction. "Hey, Clara. Rough shift?" he asked, sliding into the seat across the aisle. "Yeah. Heading home the long way tonight," she said lightly. His smile faltered for a split second. "The long way? That's weird this late. Need company?" "I'm good, thanks." Her voice stayed polite, but alarm bells rang louder. Ryan got off at her transfer too, trailing a few steps behind. When she sped up, he called, "Seriously, let me walk you. Streets aren't safe." She waved him off and caught the next bus alone, heart hammering. At home, she double-locked the door, but sleep wouldn't come. Around midnight, her phone buzzed, an unknown number. "You make it home safe?" 10 minutes later, another from Ryan. "Saw you take the weird route. Everything okay?" She didn't reply. Next morning, she found Mr. Harlan waiting. He looked exhausted. "Last night," he said quietly, "two guys were loitering near the staff exit. One on the phone bragging about a nurse who walks the same dark alley every night. Easy mark, lives alone. First floor apartment." I recognized the other voice. "Your neighbor, Ryan." Clara felt the blood drain from her face. She reported everything to hospital security and a sympathetic detective who frequented the ER. They checked cameras, pulled texts, set a trap. 3 nights later, as Clara pretended to settle in early, officers hiding nearby caught Ryan at her door, lockpicks in hand, gloves on, phone full of messages coordinating with an accomplice about when she'd be away visiting family. The detective cuffed him on the landing. "Attempted burglary, stalking, conspiracy," he listed calmly. "You're done." Clara watched from the peephole as Ryan's charming mask shattered into panic. Because one homeless man she'd quietly helped refused to stay silent, and because she listened to a warning that saved her life, the predator became the prey. Sometimes the smallest acts of kindness come back when you need them most, and the quietest voices carry the loudest truth.